loud enough? Hello? If you can hear me, clap your hands. I don't know who does that kind of stuff. This takes me way back about 20 years, but we haven't had a banquet in here in a long time, and we haven't had a potluck banquet, and it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Thank you for everybody coming out tonight. Thank you for those who prepared the food. I love this atmosphere. Nothing wrong with taco trucks, nothing wrong with the park down there, but this is awesome. It feels more intimate. I really, really like it. Obviously, we're here tonight to celebrate 3 teams. Obviously, celebrate a CIF finalist run that was as magical as it could ever be for the varsity. And kind of lost in that was our second back-to-back league championship this year. And really not the most important thing, but a super, super important thing to me is after a 3 or 4 year hiatus, we brought back our freshman team, and that just shows the strength of our program, the strength of baseball in our small community. And, you know, we'll talk more and more about this run that we had. And obviously tonight, that'll be the main focus. But it's about Temple City Baseball. It's about starting when you guys all started down in T-ball and clinic and down at Longden and Milham Field and stuff like that, and over at Temple City American. And then the culmination to what we experienced last night. And as bad as it felt, and as cruddy as it felt this morning while I was sitting in church, who knows what our pastor said, because I couldn't think about anything else. As bad as it felt sitting on my couch, and like I tell my coaches, ESPN repeats Sports Center all the time. If you didn't know that, from 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, same thing. Nothing ever changes. As bad as it felt, it's starting to feel a little bit better when I put it in perspective. As I put it in perspective, this was an awesome run. This was a great group with a dirty dozen, 12 kids, and we'll talk more about that. But I thank you for coming. I thank you for celebrating with us. As I looked in the stands last night, and I told myself I really need to look up there and try to see as many people as I can. It was awesome. The support last night was absolutely awesome. Every base hit we got was absolutely just resonating in my ears. The noise was incredible. And obviously it didn't come out the way we wanted, but I think as we look back 10, 15 years from now, it's pretty special. And like I told the kids last night, of all the great baseball players we've had in this school, and all the success we had in this school in baseball, they were the only team that made it to the finals, and that's pretty special. So with every year we'll say goodbye to our seniors, but we like to recognize from the bottom up because they're our future. So I'm going to introduce our freshman coach and our freshman team, Kyle Wilkinson. If you didn't know, Kyle is a former player for us, standout 2 seasons at PCC, and came on board this year with us freshman football, did such a great job coaching with us, showed maturity beyond his years. Okay, showed understanding beyond his playing years, that we brought him on to the freshman, and we found out we're going to have a freshman team. He was our first choice, and he did an outstanding job, and we're going to keep him on staff for a long time.
Jimmy and I were blessed with the opportunity to coach these young kids, and I think we did an okay job. I'd like to thank Mr. Bacon for giving us the opportunity to do that. He's been a big part of my life, and I know he helps out Jimmy a lot too, so thank you, Mr. Bacon. I guess for those of you who don't know, we weren't in a league this year because we started so late. We started off well, we were 6-2, and then it tapered off because it didn't feel like we had much to play for, but all in all, I feel like we had a good year and we grew together. And I had a great experience, so thank you. So we'll just go ahead and call the kids up and we'll give you your award, okay? So first we're going to start with our, I guess you can call him the utility, a spark plug, Brett Castro. Cervantes. And then one of our pitchers, Kevin Chavez. I don't think I see him, but Ben Chavez, not here. Sorry, Ben. Thank you. I see this smile over there, Ryan Federico. Next we have Jacob Legrand. Then our second baseman, Andrew Maradi. Okay, then next up, Michael Ramirez. And then we got Vincent Rodriguez. So the next was our catcher, Gable Schreiber. Another one of our pitchers and center fielder, Josh Speaks. Alec Velasquez. And I think last but not least, Keeler, often called Kiefer Busick. And then there's three more that are not here: Kiefer C., Rico Salcido, and Nathan Ruiz. I guess this is your 2012 freshman baseball team. If you guys go ahead and take a seat, we'll call you back up for your awards. I'm going to pass it off to Jimmy Britt to hand out the Pitcher of the Year award.
Hello, I'm Jimmy Britt. I'm going to give the pitching award. And there's two guys that are pretty obvious to get this award. We had Josh Speaks and Kevin Chavez, who carried most of the load of the innings. But it's very difficult. Me and Kyle talked about it for a while. And we're going to give it to Kevin Chavez, so if you can come up. You can always depend on him to keep the score low and give us a chance. Won a lot of games for us, so thank you, Kevin. I'll pass it over to Kyle.
We were a little late on awards, so we're handing these out in place, just in case you didn't know. It's a tradition according to the varsity coaches, so I guess we'll keep it going. It started last year, according to Kyle. I like this though, this looks good. So the next award is going to go for a defensive player. If this guy wasn't in the game, it kind of changed our whole outlook on the way we play because we had to switch guys around. He was a real staple for us. especially when he came back healthy and he could throw. So I'm going to give this award to Gabriel Schreiber. And we'll go last but not least, we're going to go with our most valuable player. And this was a shoe-in. He was probably our best player from the beginning. He's a great kid. I've been with him from football, now from baseball. I can't say enough about him. Jake LeGrand. Congratulations, Jake. I think we're going to pass it off to the JV coach now, Dustin Duham. Or very big.
Okay, I have to clarify something. Traditions go way, way, way back. And you do things year after year, and you just want to stay with them because they really work. So since I screwed up last year and didn't get awards done in time, I bought high quality trophies for the kids last year. So now it's a tradition every year we're just going to give out high quality trophies. That cost me $12, okay? It's $4 a pack. So it will be in time. In about 5-6 years from now, kids will cherish those little guys. You know? Because when my sons play, they're like, Dad, we get a trophy, right? And I'm like, you haven't even played the game. But we get a trophy, right? So you guys get a trophy. And it's beautiful. I'm so pleased the way the freshman year came out. I don't look at records, I look at growth in the kids. I look at the single fact that we have a freshman team and we're in the Rio Hondo League next year on the freshman schedule. And I look at the fact that I was introduced to a young man last night that wanted to try out for the freshman team next year, and he had a big smile on his face. And that kind of stuff excites me because it's just the strength of our program. I thought Kyle and Jimmy did an outstanding job. Ruben Hara also worked with us, and they had like 7 or 8 other guys working with them. It was amazing. I didn't know half the guys were out there. But not being in the league kind of changed everything. But when you get a chance to play the schools that they played, like Cantwell, Bishop Vermont, and beat those kind of schools, okay, and beat the schools in the Rio Hondo League like Monrovia and La Cañada, it just shows the future is so bright for this team. So Kyle and Jimmy, thanks a lot. You did a great job. Freshmen, do you guys have a coach's gift, people? Gabriel, Alec? All right.
This first, this is for Coach Ruben. He's not here, but I don't know. Where do we start with Coach Ruben? Even though, like, sometimes at practice, it wasn't really practice. It was more like military boot camp. You know, he was still a fun guy to have around. You know, always making jokes. So this is for Coach Ruben.
Alright, this one's for Coach Britt. Let's see, Coach Britt, whenever he would get mad, he'd just go in the corner and like pout. But that was my favorite thing about him. Besides that, he was a really good coach, and this is for you, Coach Britt.
And we got to thank, besides the coaches, Team Mom that helped us out a lot and made sure we always had water and stuff. These flowers are for Julie.
So out of all the 8 or 9 coaches that we had this year, this coach yelled at us probably the most. But we still appreciate all his hard work this season, so this is for you.
We also forgot one more thing. Sorry for the inconvenience. But we had another award. It was the Coaches Award. And he just so happened to be up here. But he was one of the kids, like Dustin was saying with his kids, that you didn't have to tell him anything, and he was telling the kids what to do. And he's going to be a good leader playing football, and he's a good leader playing baseball. It's going to be Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're done with freshmen tonight. Thank you.